Don't they have better shit to do than mess with people's pets? Aren't there other problems in the United States we could worry about? I don't know, that little southern border, maybe some election integrity, maybe all that money that we're wasting, taxes. Let's get into this. Now they're coming after your pets, ladies and gentlemen. You better be careful. And I've got one here that, try it. This is my boy Fred. Let the feds come for Fred. Try it, baby.
A day after armed agents swarmed a Pine City home looking for a squirrel and a raccoon, Peanut, the squirrel's owner, has not been told if he's still alive. 18 News broke this story last night, and it's now a national phenomenon. It's on New York Times, it's on MSNBC, it's on all kinds of places.
Since opening last year, Peanut's Freedom Farm has rescued more than 350 animals. But the future of this sanctuary is now uncertain after Peanut the squirrel was seized by state authorities during a raid at his owner's home.
I don't know where Peanut is. I don't know if he's still alive. I don't know if they euthanized him. I have no idea.
Mark Longo says he was blindsided on Wednesday morning when agents from the State Department of Environmental Conservation came looking for his famous squirrel.
I was just going through my daily routine of feeding all of our 71 rescue horses at our nonprofit animal rescue. Midway through that, a line of DEC officers, about 6 to 8 of them, showed up and gave me a warrant for a squirrel and a raccoon.
The search warrant said Longo was in unlawful possession of wildlife.
What in the living hell is going on when 8 federal officers have nothing else better to do than go to a guy's rescue animal farm and seize his pet raccoon and pet squirrel that he saved? He saved the pet squirrel because the mom was ran over and he grabbed the baby squirrel. I want to say 7 or 8 years ago. Peanut the squirrel has become an absolute internet sensation. Federal agents have so much other shit better to do. Let's talk about the southern border. Why don't you go down there and issue some warrants there?
He says agents ransacked his property for 5 hours until they found Peanut and Fred the raccoon.
We complied. We weren't allowed to move. We were police escorted into the bathroom. Mind you, this is a search warrant for a squirrel and a raccoon. And I feel like this was a little bit of an overkill.
Longo says he was working on the necessary paperwork to be able to legally own Peanut as an educational animal.
To be honest with you, the only thing I want to do is comply with what they want and come up with a solution on how I can keep Peanut. You're not only hurting my family by taking Peanut away from me, but you're also hurting the organization that we started on the back of a rescue squirrel. We named this organization Peanut's Freedom Farm because he has been such a big portion of my life and so many people around the world. You know, we promoted the fact that squirrels are not good pets. They don't deserve to be inside, but there are rare occasions where you stumble on an animal that unfortunately can't survive in their normal habitat. That's the only reason why Peanut was ever a rescue animal.
Longo says he rescued Peanut 7 years ago in New York City after the squirrel's mom was hit by a car. He says he...
This is disgusting. This is vile. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up button. This is not the normal news that I cover, but it's definitely something we all need to think about. If federal agents have time to come for your pets, what are they not doing? What are they not taking care of? This is crazy. New York State is a blue state. If you keep voting this way, sadly, you're going to keep getting exactly what you see here. And there's been an update to the sad story of Peanut the squirrel and Fred the raccoon.
We just learned that they have euthanized Peanut.
And the raccoon as well.
And the raccoon as well. I am so sorry. This must be really difficult for you.
It not only tears my family apart, but Peanut was the cornerstone of our nonprofit animal rescue. And 10 to 12 DEC officers raided my house as if I was a drug dealer. I was sat outside my house for 5 hours. I had to get a police escort to my bathroom. I wasn't even allowed to feed my rescue horses breakfast or lunch. I was sat there like a criminal after they interrogated my wife to check out her immigration status, then proceeded to ask me if I had cameras in my house. Then proceeded to go through every cabinet, nook, and cranny of my house for a squirrel and a raccoon.
They got a search warrant?
They got a search warrant. 4 departments and a judge signed off on a search warrant for a squirrel and a raccoon.
4 departments signed off on a search warrant, including a judge, to search a guy's rescue animal farm for a squirrel and a raccoon. That's where we're at in today's society. That's where we're at in the world right now. That's where we're at in the United States. They don't even do this for the people coming through the southern border, taking actual lives of American citizens. They don't even do this for that. This is where we're at right now. We got to finish this story. This is painful to watch. It touches home because I've got a couple of rescue dogs, and the person I love the most has a bunch of critters. And if someone, any agency, thought they were going to come and take some of them against their will, Ruby Ridge would be nothing, is what I'm thinking.
And then they took them and killed them.
Why did they go through all that to get a search warrant for an animal that had been with you very safely, and the world witnessed this for 7 years? Why now suddenly did they show up with a search warrant and take these animals?
We haven't a clue. We don't know who made the complaints. Again, Peanut was an indoor squirrel, not harming anybody. He's been with us for 7 years. Not a single complaint was ever filed for this animal. We had him for 7.5 years. He became the world's most famous squirrel. We weren't hiding him by any means. He was all over TikTok. He became the first squirrel on TikTok to ever hit 1 million followers. He did every news station around the world. He's helped people. He's helped kids gather joy. And then we started a nonprofit animal rescue called Peanut's Freedom Farm to help animals like Peanut fight a good fight when they're in a neglected case or they're sitting in a slaughter auction. And he was the cornerstone of our life and our organization. We used his platform to help raise money for the 300 animals we have at our sanctuary.
The guy has 300 animals on his animal sanctuary. The actual animal sanctuary is named Peanut's Farm. He has a nonprofit. The squirrel became famous, over 2 million or over 1 million subscribers on TikTok. They used the money from Peanut and Fred the raccoon to help spread the word of animal rescue. That's what they did. They owned the squirrel for 7 years, and now suddenly they get raided, search warrant. 10 to 12 federal agents, you heard there, storm the guy's animal rescue farm looking for animals that are being rescued. Well, I think the name of the farm actually gives it away. This is where we're at. This is the most vile and disgusting, despicable garbage move by a Democrat-controlled government, Democrat-controlled state you could ever imagine. Many of you are animal lovers. You've seen my dogs on my channel all the time, Fred and Daisy. I help veterans here on my channel using the super chats and memberships to get service dogs, get service animals. That's what I do. This is big government getting involved in every aspect of your life, everything that goes in your body, everything that's around your body, everything you can consume and everything you own. This is what you're seeing here. You're seeing this guy and his wife with 2 rescue pets, Fred the raccoon and Peanut the squirrel. Do you want big government to continue to control you and everything you do? Look at the joy and happiness that these 2 rescue pets are providing to them, not to mention the millions of people that watch them online. Is that what you want? If it is, continue to vote for Kamala Harris. Vote for Tim Walz. Vote for big government. They will get in every aspect of your life and keep you as happy as they allow you to be. I'm the Veteran Biker. Take care. I'll see you on the road. This is disgusting. And this is where we're at in America right now. They don't care about the southern border. They don't care about people invading our country on a daily basis.